Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today's class we're going to work on some movements to really mobilise and strengthen through our upper body, as well as exercises to engage and strengthen through those abdominals and our core muscles as well. So I hope you enjoy the class today. Remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy the class. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to get started in standing, and then we're going to come down and continue the class onto our mats. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight, come onto the front of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. And then find that midpoint between those two movements. So that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back from there. Hands up onto your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then we're going to tilt it back. So again, just tilting forwards and then tilting back. Good, and just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in that nice neutral position again. Good. That core's gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. Lovely. So we're going to float our hands up to shoulder height and we're going to do our bow and arrow stretch from here. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach our arm round and back and then back to that start. Good. And again, opposite side, opening around and back and forwards. So reaching just as far as you're comfortable, rotating through that upper spine, looking round with that head as well. Good. Opening out through that chest. Lovely. Breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. Lovely. Opening around and back and forwards. Good. So just as far as you're comfortable. If you're a little bit stiff in that upper back, just go to where you're comfortable. Just gently stretching, gently opening out through that spine. Well done. And again, opening out and back. Lovely. Let's do last few here. Reaching around and back and forwards. Good. One more each side. Reaching around and back. And again. And forwards. And then relax those arms back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to go into our balance series from here. So still keeping those feet that hip width distance. We're going to float our hands up towards shoulder height. Come up onto those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. So floating those hands up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, reaching up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. So keeping those knees that hip width distance apart. Those knees shouldn't be knocking in or widening. Keeping that control as you're lowering down. Good. And again, lifting up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, lifting up, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. This time, if you can, we're going to raise our hands all the way up to the ceiling, up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, reaching up, nice and controlled. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Now, as we raise those arms, don't let those ribs flare. We're keeping that control as we're lowering down. Well done. And again, reaching up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. Last couple. Reach up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. One more time. Reaching up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and floating down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to bring one leg in front. Do a little hip flexion here. So the leg you're standing on, make sure that knee's nice and soft, not locked back. We're going to try and keep this pelvis nice and level. And we're going to start by flexing at that hip, lifting up and lowering back down. So we're just flexing at that hip, no higher than that hip height. We're lifting up and lowering. Now if you can, we're going to raise our hands as well, lifting up and lower down. Well done. Lifting up and lower down. Very good. Controlling that lifting and lowering through that leg. Well done. Good, and down. Lifting up and down. Now we're going to challenge our balance a little bit more here on this next one if you can. So we're going to lift up, hold that there if you can. I want you to tap your hands under that leg, lift up and then float down. Well done. And again, lift up, under tapping with those arms, lift up and down. If that feels too much, then just lift and lower as we did to start with. Lifting and lowering. Well done. So lift up. Tapping under that arm and down. Good. So tapping those hands together under that leg. Good. Lift up and lower. Well done. Raising up. Tapping under. Up and down. Well done. And again, lifting up. Holding that there. Tapping under and down. One more time this side, reaching up, tapping under and lower down. Well done. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So opposite leg in front, keeping that pelvis level, we're going to lift up, tap down. So this leg you're standing on is working really hard to support you, balancing on that side, lifting and lowering. So as we did before, we can add those arms, reaching and down. Reaching those arms up, lowering down. Keeping that pelvis level nice and control as you're lifting up and lowering. Well done. And again, reach up and down. Good. Okay, so on this next one, as we did before, we're going to lift up, hold that leg there, tap those hands under that leg, lifting and lowering. Good. And again, reaching up, tap those hands under, lift up and lower. Good. Reaching up, tap under, up and lower together. Lovely. And again, reach up, tapping under, reach up and lower together. Good. Reaching up, tapping under, lift up and lower together. Good. Reach up, tap under and lower together. Good. Last few. Reaching up, holding that position if you can, and lower down. Well done. Reaching up, tapping under and down. Let's do one more time. Reaching up, tapping under and lower down together. Well done. Very good. Okay, so keep those feet that hip width distance apart, knees nice and soft. Elbows into your side this time. We're going to do a few little chest openings here. So we're going to open out through that chest, squeeze the shoulder blades gently back and fold back in. Good. And again, opening out, squeezing gently back and folding back in. So just opening gently out through that chest, just engaging those shoulder blades. Keep that neck nice and long so those shoulders drop down. Well done. Opening out, folding back. Good. Opening out, fold back. So squeezing those shoulder blades together, folding back. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and folding back. Well done. Opening out and folding back. And back. So just squeeze the shoulder blades gently back and folding in. Good. Now we're going to add in those arm reaches. So we're going to open out, reach those hands away, palms down, palms up and fold back in. Good. And again, opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up and fold back in. Now if you can, we can add in those heel raises. So as we reach away, up on those toes, palms down, palms up and fold back together. Good. Opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up and fold back in. If you can, we don't have to add those heel raises in if that feels too much. Good. And fold back down. Well done. Opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up and fold back in. Good. Last couple here. Opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up and fold back in. Good. Now on this last one, we're going to open out, reach away, palms down. Want you to lower those heels down, keep the arms lifted. We're going to do a few little circles around here. So just circling those fingers round there. Little circles. Well done. Still breathing in and out. That neck's long. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. Now let's change direction. Round in that circle. Good. Breathing in and out. Very good. Lengthen through those fingertips, palms up, and then fold those arms back in. Relax those arms back down. Well done. Okay, so let's do a few roll downs. Let's get our backs moving. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor, just as far as you're comfortable. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly lifting back up into standing. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath in at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curling down through that spine, rolling down towards the floor. Breath in at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking back up into standing. Good. Now I'm going to come to the end of my mat. So we're going to roll down again, but we're going to come into 4-point kneeling from here. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at your end point. Just soften those knees. And we're going to walk our hands down gently onto the mat into 4-point kneeling. Good. And we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue the class here in 4-point kneeling. So we're going to start by having our hands underneath those shoulders, Those knees are underneath those hips from here. That back's nice and flat and that core is just gently engaged, that belly button just lifted gently up towards the spine from there. Okay, so we're going to start by reaching one arm forwards in front of us, and then we're going to lift that arm up and around in a big circle and then back to that front. Good. And again, reaching that arm up, coming around and reach forwards. Good. So lift the arm up towards the ceiling, coming around in that circle and reaching forwards. Good. And again, reaching up, coming around in that circle and forwards. One more time. Reaching up, coming around in that circle. Reach that arm forwards and then come back down. Well done. Let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to reach that arm forwards, lifting up to the ceiling, come around in that circle, reach forwards. Good. And again, lifting up, follow with your head, just round and up and forwards. And again, lift that arm up and around in that circle, reach the arm forwards. Good. And again, lifting up and around and reach forwards. Good. Reaching up and around and forwards. Last couple. Lifting that big circle and forwards. One more time. Good. And then we're reaching forwards. Bring those hands back down from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to lengthen out through the body a little bit more here. So keeping that core gently engaged, we're going to start by lengthening through one leg, just going parallel with the floor, and then fold it back in. So if you can, we're going to breathe out as we lengthen that leg away, breathing in to fold back. Breathe out as you lengthen away. Breathe in as you fold back. Good. So we're going parallel with that floor, lengthening through that leg. Good. Now, if you can, we're going to add in that opposite arm lengthening, if that feels okay. And we're going to keep alternating sides. So opposite arm lengthened and back. So keeping that back nice and flat, that neck nice and long. So often we sometimes describe about having a tray of drinks on your back that you don't want to spill. So we're trying to really keep that back nice and flat. So if you lift that leg too high, then you're going to spill your drinks. So keep that leg nice and level with the floor as you alternate sides, lengthening through. That upper body control as well. Good. Keeping the elbows soft, the hand that's on the ground. Well done. And back. Breathing out as you lengthen, breathing in as you fold back. Well done. Breathe out as you lengthen, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out as you lengthen, breathe in to fold back. Very good. Alternating sides here, very good. And again, reaching away and folding back. And again, reaching away and fold that leg back. Perfect. A few more here, nice and controlled. Really lengthening out through that body and folding back. Good. Reaching away and folding back. Lovely. Reach away and fold back. Well done. A few more here and fold back. And again, reaching away and folding back. Good. Well done. Lengthening through. Let's do one more each side. Reaching away, folding back, and again, folding back. Drop down, have a little stretch out, reach those hands forward, drop that bottom down onto your heels there. Good. Breath in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Well done. Breath in and out here. Very good. And we're going to come back up into 4-point kneeling again. Okay, so we're going to challenge a little bit of our abdominals here as well. So we're going to tuck my toes under and we're going to do a leg pull and prone prep here. So elbows staying soft. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, I'm just going to lift my knees just an inch off the ground. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, hold there, breath in. And as you breathe out, lower back down. Well done. Now, actually, the higher you lift your knees, the easier it is. So you only want to lift them just that little bit off the ground and then lower back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, holding that there, and then lowering down. Good. Now, this time, if you can, we're going to hold that. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, hold there, and breathing in and out as we're holding. If that feels too much, lower back down. But if you can, we're going to breathe in and out. One more time, breath in and out, and then lower those knees back down. Well done. Okay, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, holding those knee lifts. Good. Breathing in and out. So remember, lower as you need to, but if you can, we're going to hold this here, hovering off that mat, breathing in and out. One more time, breath in and out, and lower down. Good. Okay, one more time, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, holding that there, breath in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Good. Breathing in and out, and then lower those knees back down. Good. Now you can either stay there with a hold, or if you want to, we can bring our hands just a little bit further in front, just in front of our shoulders here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. If you want to, just hold that position, but if you can, we're going to stretch the legs forwards, holding here, and then come back to those knees bent, and then lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. If you can, reach forwards, breath in, and as you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reaching forwards, breath in to hold, and as you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. Let's do one more of those. Okay, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. If you need to, just hold that there, but if you can, we're reaching forwards, breath in, and as you breathe out, lowering back down, and then lower those feet down. Well done. Have a little stretch out and reach forwards. Well done. Nice breath in and out here as we're stretching through. Very good. Okay, so let's come down onto our sides from here. So if you grab thicker block, if you've got it, or a towel or pillow just to support your head here. So we're going to come down onto our sides. If you can, we're going to stretch both legs out here. So we're going to have our hips stacked on top of each other. That core is just gently engaged. And I'm going to start by lifting this top leg up, and then we're going to tap that leg in front, lifting it up, and then we're tapping behind. So keeping that core gently engaged, tapping in front, lifting up, tapping behind. Good. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. So imagine you've got a little box or something at the end of that foot, that lower leg, and we're going over that box, lifting up, tapping in front, over that box, tapping in front. So not too small a box, keep that box reasonable size as you're lifting over, tapping behind, lifting over, tap in front. Good. So core's engaged, really controlling that movement as you're tapping forwards and tapping back. Good. Tapping forwards and tapping back. Good. Tap forwards and tap back. Well done. Tapping forwards and tapping back. Good. Tap forwards and tap back. Well done. Nice and control. That core engaged. Good. Lifting, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Lift up, tap in front. So really working those glutes as well, engaging that core. Good. Tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Well done. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Lovely. Good. And behind. Let's do one more. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Lifting and then lowering that leg. Well done. Bend those knees up. Give that muscle a little rub. Well done. So just drop that block down onto the floor. So your head's at the front. We're going to have our arms out in front here. And we're going to go into our arm opening stretch just to really stretch through that upper body a little bit more. So we're going to lift through this top arm, opening out round and back, following that head, just rolling on that block and then coming back forwards. Good. And again, lift up through that top arm, opening out through that chest, coming round and back, and then forwards. Good. And again, lift up, opening around and back, and then forwards. So that head just rolling on that block, just opening out through that chest. Don't pull through your shoulder too much. Bend that elbow if you need to. So we're just opening out through the chest, rotating the upper body, and coming back. So my head's just rolling on that block, opening out round and back, and then forwards. Good. And again, lifting up, opening out, and folding back. Good. And again, lift up, opening round and back, and then forwards. Good. Last few here, coming around and back, and then forwards. Good. And again, lifting that top arm, follow it round with my head, and back. Good. Last one here, lifting up, opening around and back, and then forwards. Very good. Well done. Okay, so let's come over onto the opposite side to do the same again. So bring my block or pillow with you just to support your head there. It's going to come down to that side. We're going to straighten both legs out again, hips stacked on top of each other. That core is gently engaged, and we're going to lift this top leg and we're going to tap in front, lifting up, and tapping behind. So that core's still gently engaged, really controlling that leg as you're moving forwards and back. And those glutes are working hard to lift that leg. So remember, we've got that little box on that lower leg. So remember, we're going to lift over that box, tap in front, lift over that box, tap behind. Good. Well done. Tapping in front, lifting over, tap behind. Tap in front, lift over, tap behind. So nice and controlled as you tap in front, lift over, tap behind. Good. So keep that core engaged, controlling that movement. Well done. Tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Good. Lifting over that box, tap behind. Well done. Lift over, tap in front. Good. Really working those glutes hard as you lift up and tap back. Good. Tapping in front, lift over, tap behind. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Good. Tapping in front and tap behind. Last few here. Tap in front and tap behind. Good. Tapping in front, lift up, tap behind. Let's do one more. Tap in front, lift up, tap behind, lift that leg and lower from there. Well done. Bend those knees up. Good. Give that muscle a little rub there and a rest. Okay, so we're going to drop that block down onto the floor, head at the front of it, arms out in front. We're going to go into our arm opening stretch from here. So we're going to lift up through that top arm, opening out through that chest, coming around and back, following that head, just with that arm, so the head's just rolling on that block. We're looking round and back, opening out through that chest, and then back down. Good. And again, lift out through that top arm, opening out through that chest, and then coming back to that start. Well done. So as I said before, don't pull through your shoulder too much. Bend that elbow if you need to. We're just rotating through that upper body, opening out, and then folding back. Good. And again, lift up, coming around and back, and then back to that start. Well done. And again, lifting, opening out through that chest, and back to that start. Last few here, rotating that head, just rolling on that block. Good. Just opening out through that chest and rotating through that upper body. Good. Well done. And let's do one last one here. Rotating around and back, and then back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come down onto our backs now. So we just move that block to one side. We can use that again another time. So we're going to have our feet and knees that hip width distance apart. And just to start with, we're going to tilt that pelvis forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, that pelvis in that nice neutral position. That core's just gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to start with our hip twist movement, but we're going to include some more arms this time. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. And I just want you to let one knee fall out to the side. At the same time, we're going to bring the opposite arm opening, and we're going to fold them back together. Good, so we'll alternate sides. So opening out that knee, falling out to the side, the opposite arm opening and folding back. So still keep those hip bones pointing up towards the ceiling as you're opening out. We don't want to lose that control. Bit of coordination required with this one, with the opposite arm and leg. So you have to think about that. And opening out and folding back. Now if that's comfortable, then you can raise one leg into tabletop, opening out and folding back. Alternate sides, opposite leg lifted, opening out. But if you're comfortable there, you've done this before, then you can bring both legs up into double tabletop. Again, we're opening opposite arm and leg, fold back. Opening opposite arm and leg and fold back. Make sure as you're doing this, the opposite leg sometimes wants to move to sort of counterbalance you. So the leg that's not moving should be staying nice and still. So just watch for that. And we're still keeping those hip bones pointing up towards the ceiling, whatever level you are. If you're finding that you're rolling or rotating through that pelvis too much, make that movement a little bit smaller. So it's just struggling to control it if that's happening. So opening out, folding back, keeping that core gently engaged and back. Now if you can, we're going to breathe out as we open out, breathe in to fold back. Breathe out to open out, breathe in to fold back. Good, nice and control. Well done. Breathing out, breathing in to fold back. Breathe out to open out, breathe in to fold back. Good. breathing out, breathe in to fold back, good. Opening out, folding back, good. And back, well done, breathing out, breathe in to fold back, lovely. A few more here, keeping that control, keep that core gently engaged, well done. Lovely, you have to think about that coordination just a little bit here, well done, and back, opening out and folding back, good. Well done, let's do one more each side, opening out, fold back, opening out, folding back, well done, lower those arms and then lower those legs if they're lifted one at a time, back to that style, well done. Okay, so from here we're going to go work our abdominals a little bit with our hundreds movement. So we start, we're going to keep our feet down, we're going to reach our fingers away, so from the away towards those toes, and we're going to pulse our hands as if we're sort of pulsing and slapping our hands on the surface of water. And with this exercise we breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you can, we're going to bring one leg into tabletop, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can switch the legs here into single tabletop after you've done a couple of cycles, or if you can, we can bring both legs up into double tabletop and bring those knees and feet together if they're there. So pick what's comfortable for you with those legs, and then we're going to pulse those hands, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last add-on, if you can, we're going to lift our head into that abdo prep position and holding this here. So breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you can, we're going to hold our head lifted, but if you need to, just lower it and then lift back up again. Okay, so breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5 or out 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, breathing in and out. Pulsing those hands if you're slapping on that surface of water. Well done, breathing in and out. Good, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, few more. Remember, you can lower that head down if you need to, and then just lift it back up again as you can. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Few more. Breathing in and out. Good, breathing in and out. Let's do one more. Breath in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower that head down if it's lifted, lower those hands and those legs one at a time. Well done. Let's bring those knees in and have a little hug and stretch that out. So that really works on that endurance of those abdominals a little bit as we're pulsing those hands, and especially when we lift that head up. So well done. Good. So breathing in and out here, and just relax those shoulders down as we're holding that stretch. Well done. Breath in and out, relaxing down. Very good. So lower those legs back down to that start position. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart. So we're going to do our scissors movement from here. So arms relaxed down by your side. So we're going to float one leg up into tabletop. Keep this knee at that 90-degree angle. And we're going to tap that foot down, back up and lower back down. Opposite leg lifted. Tap down, back up and lower. So we keep this knee at that 90 degrees as we tap the foot down, up and lower. Opposite leg lifted, tap down, back up and lower. And again, lifting up, tap down, up and lower. Good. Well done. So if that's comfortable there, then you can float both legs up into double tabletop. And then we alternate sides here. So tapping down and up. Good. Tap down and up. Good. So keeping that control, keeping that pelvis in that neutral position. As you're lowering the leg, if you're feeling your back arching, your pelvis tilting, come back to that single leg. You might just need to mix and match those levels a little bit if that starts to feel too much. Well done. Tapping down, lifting up. Good. Tap down and up. Controlling that movement, lowering down. So that movement, we're lowering it down from that hip. Good. Lowering down, lifting up. Well done. Breathing out as you lower the leg down, breathe in to fold up. Well done. Now just to add a little different challenge in today, if you want to, we can bring our hands behind our head and then we can lift up into abdo prep and hold this position as we're moving our legs in those scissors. If you can, still breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. Good, well done. If you can, we can just add that little abdo prep in if you want to for those last few. Well done. Holding that there, good. Tapping down and lifting up. Well done. Tap down, lift up. Well done. Last few here. Tapping down, lifting up. One more each side, good. And then lower that head if it's lifted and lower those legs down one at a time. Well done. Okay, so we're going to lengthen through the body now, bring your arms and legs together again, and we're going to stretch through with our opposite arm and leg movement. So we're going to either float the leg sliding along the floor or hovering above, and we're going to float the opposite arm above our head, and we're going to fold them back together. So we're going to breathe out as we lengthen through the body, breathing as you fold back. So we're going to breathe out as you lengthen through the body, breathe in as you fold back. Good. So make sure we're really keeping that connection between those ribs and those hip bones as we lengthen through the arms and legs. We don't want to feel like our back or our ribs are flaring. So ribs shouldn't flare, the back shouldn't arch. We're keeping that control, so keep that connection. And that might mean that your arm doesn't touch the floor behind you, and that's fine. It's more important to keep that connection in that centre. Well done. So lengthening through and folding back. So breathe out as you lengthen away, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out as you lengthen away, breathe in as you fold back. Well done. Breathe out as you lengthen away, breathe in to fold back. Breathing out as you lengthen away, breathe in as you fold back. Good. Breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Keep that connection between those ribs and those hip bones. If that's comfortable there, then you can challenge it a little bit more and bring your legs up into tabletop, and we do the same again from this position if you want to, but you don't have to, it's up to you. Just reaching away, fold back. So that's another option if you want it for the last few. Keeping that control though through that centre as you're reaching away and folding back. Good. Reaching away and fold back. Breathing out as you lengthen, breathing in as you fold back. Good. Alternating sides. Well done. Breathing out, breathing in. Lengthening through the body. Lovely. So we kind of stretch out through the front of those hips, which feels really nice as well as you're opening out and folding back. Good. Reaching away and fold back. So we just do last few here. Reaching away and folding back. Very good. Well done. Keeping that connection with those upper body and those legs. Don't let those ribs flare. Well done. Let's do one more each side. Reaching away, fold back. Reaching away and folding back. Well done. And then lower those legs down one at a time. Back to that start. Very good. Okay, so let's have a nice stretch out here. So we're going to bring our arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side if you can. Use those toe muscles to bring those knees back up and over to that opposite side. So opening out. Use those toe muscles coming back up. Dropping the knees over, rotating that head to that opposite side. Well done. Back up, drop the knees over, turning that head, opening out through that spine, lifting up, drop over, rotating other side. Well done. Drop those knees over, turning that head, lifting back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. So just rotating side to side from here, opening out through that back. Good. Drop down, rotating through and lifting up. Well done. Good. Back up, drop the knees over, turning that head and lifting up. Well done. Just do the last few here. Just enjoying that stretch, opening out through that spine. It feels nice to do as you drop down, open out, lifting back up. Well done. And again, dropping down, opening out and lifting back up. Good, last time each side, rotating around and up and opposite side. Good, and then coming back up. Well done, bring those arms back down. Okay, so we're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee, allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. If you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. We're going to hold this stretch. We're just going to stretch through those bottom muscles there we worked earlier. So just holding this stretch, no tension in that upper body. Take a nice deep breath in and out. On the out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just that little bit further if you can. So breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down. Good. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, relaxing down. Well done. And again, breath in. And out. Good. And again, breath in. And out. Good. And then lowering that leg back down. Good. We do the same on the other side. Opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you're comfortable, and we're going to hold this stretch here. So take a breath in and out. On the out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just that little bit further. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, relax down into that stretch a little bit more if you can. Well done. Breath in. And out. Relax down just that little bit further if you can. Well done. And again, breath in. And out. Good. One more time. Breath in. And out. Good. And then lowering that leg down. Very good. So let's stretch through the backs of our legs now. So we're going to bring that knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Use your hand just to support that leg there, lengthen through the back, and we're going to hold this stretch. So just lengthening out through the back of the leg, holding that stretch. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in. And out. Good. And again, breath in. And out. And then we can just point and flex through the ankle there, just changing that stretch slightly. Well done. Just add a little bit of movement through that ankle. Good. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Well done. Lengthening through. Good. And then lowering that leg back down. Same on the other side, knee up to the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Just use your hand to support that leg there, holding that stretch through the back of the leg. Well done. Just breathing in and out as we're holding this stretch here. Well done. Breath in and out. Then we're going to point and flex through the ankle here. So just gently moving, pointing and flexing. Just slowly here. Good. Point and flex. Good. And then holding that stretch again. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Holding that stretch. Well done. Good. And then we're just going to slowly lower that leg back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come back up into sitting just to finish off with a few stretches here. So just sitting comfortably, legs out in front, just legs crossed if that's comfortable, and just sitting evenly through those sitting bones here as well. Okay, so shoulders nice and relaxed, necks nice and long. We're going to just bring our fingers together, so clasp those fingers together. I want you to reach those fingers away, so just stretch through that upper body, drop that chin down to your chest, and we're going to reach up together with that head and those arms, looking up to the ceiling, then open those arms nice and wide. Good. So fingers clasped together, reach them away, drop that chin down, looking up together, reaching up and opening nice and wide. Good. And again, clasp those fingers together, reach away, drop that chin down, reach up together, open wide. Lovely. Last time, tucking these fingers together, reach away, drop that chin down, just lifting up together with that head and opening out nice and wide, and relax those shoulders. Good. Hands on those knees now. We'll just do a little wide stretch from here. So we're going to reach those arms up above our head and then slowly back down. Good. So just reaching, extending that back just slightly and lowering down. Well done. And again, reaching up. Good. And lowering down. Lovely. And again, reaching up and lowering back down. Lovely. One last time, reaching up and then lowering back down. Well done. Just relax those shoulders, a little roll here. Just relax them. Fantastic. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed the class today and hopefully see you again next time.